So last week we started our unit on transformations. What does it mean to transform? To change. Transform means to change. But we're focusing today and Friday on translations. A translation is a transformation that slides, or you can say moves, either one, slides or moves every point of a figure the same distance in the same direction. On Friday, we learned about translations. What did I teach you guys? It preserves congruent. Translations preserves congruence, meaning it keeps it the same size, same shape, same side length, same angle, same area, same perimeter. Everything stays the same. The only thing that changes is where it's located. We learned that the algebraic rule says to take your x and your y and simply add or subtract a number from x and to add or subtract a number from y. Remember, this number right here is how far left or right, because which axis moves from left to right? The x-axis. Left would be minus, right would be plus. Okay, this number tells us what? Not left or right. What does it tell us? Up or down. So let's say down first, because that's going to be your minus. Down or up. Down would be minus, and up would be plus. Now again, a lot of students get confused because they see a plus sign or a minus sign and they think it makes the shape bigger or smaller. But on a coordinate plane, when you add to the value of x, you're just sliding it right or up. When you subtract, you're just sliding it left or down. All right, so what we're going to do today is we're going to look at graphing some of these translations on our own. And we're going to come up with the new coordinate. So before we start, let's just go over what a coordinate is. So right at the top of your paper, write x comma y. Remember that a coordinate is one dot on a graph. So this is one dot. You always go to the x-axis first to see where that dot is, and then you go up or down to see that second number. Yes? All right, so let's look at this first graph. It says, triangle ABC is the image of ABC after a translation. So stop and tell me, what did they just say? Which one of these is the new shape? How did you know this is the new shape? Because of the little commas. What are those called? Starts with a P. Prime notation. So this is the new shape. This is the old shape. Now, what they did is they told you the old shape has coordinates of -4, +4, that's A. So let's go over how to graph. So everybody look. A is at, on the x-axis, go to -4. And then on the y-axis, go up 4. Is that where A is? Yes, let's look at B. -4 on the x-axis, go up 1. And -1 on the x-axis, go up 3. So here's the old shape. They gave you the coordinates. Then they said it was translated 3 right and 5 down. So this went, C to C went 3 right. Everybody draw this line. This is 3 going right, and then 5 going down. To get from this C to this C, they went 3 right and 5 down. They are asking for the new coordinates of this shape. Now, since you graphed it, you could just go look at them and write the coordinates. Or you could say that I'm going to add 3 to the x and subtract 5 from the y. So if I add 3 to this, -4 plus 3 is -1. And if I subtract 5 from 4, I'm also at -1. So everybody look at the A. Is that at -1, -1? Technically, you can just look at it and put the coordinates. I'm just showing y'all. Okay, so on this X, if I subtract 3, -4 minus 3 is -1. And if y'all don't believe me, I will show you. I mean, plus 3. -4 plus 3 is also -1. And where is my B? 1 minus 5 is at -4. So everybody look at the new B. Where is it at on the x-axis? -1. Where is it at on the y-axis? -4. Is that what we got when we followed the rule? All right, this one. To get from -1 on the C, so here I am at -1 on the x-axis. I'm going to get from here to here. They went 3 to the right. -1 plus 3 is 2. So is this C at the 2 on the x-axis? Yes. And then to get from 3 to here to -2, 3 minus 5 is -2. And you'll see that it is here. Now again, it's not super important that you're like following the rule to get the new coordinates. You could just graph it and then write the coordinates. All right, what is the rule describing this? So everybody look, we need 3 right, 5 down. I got that from right here. Which axis goes right and left? X. Would right be plus or minus? Plus. Which axis goes up and down? The Y. Would down be plus or minus? All right, so now I write my rule. My rule says take my X and my Y and do X plus 3, Y minus 5. And that's what I was saying. To get from these coordinates to these coordinates, I was adding 3 to the X, subtracting 5 from the Y. Do you have any questions? This is exactly what we did on Friday. Flip to the back. All right, this gave us the old graph of pentagon ABCDE. And they want you to graph the new one after you move it for what? 4 right and where? 5 down. So I need to go for every single one of these coordinates. I need to go 4 right, 5 down. So start with C. Count 4 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 to the right and 5 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here is the new C. Now when you draw it, you need to label that it's the C and you need to put the little prime on it. All right, but I have to do it to all of these. So I did C. Now I'll go do another one. You pick whichever one you want to do. I'm going to do D. 4 right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here is the new D. Do y'all see what I'm doing? I don't see everybody doing it. Now, all you're doing, guys, from every single one of these dots, you're counting 4 right, 5 down. So I'm going to go to E. I'm going to count 4 right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold my pencil, and then go 5 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here is the new E. Now I'm going to do A. Same thing. 4 right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's the new A. And now I'm going to do the B. 4 right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here is the new B. And if I did it right, my shape should look identical to this shape. And there's the new pentagon. Now it wants us to write a rule for what we just did. So I'm going to write this down. 4 right, 5 down. Which axis moves left and right? So I put an X. Is right going to be a plus or a minus? Plus. Okay, which axis moves up and down?
Y.
The Y. Would down be a plus or a minus? So now I write my rule. My rule says take my X and my Y and do X plus 4, Y minus 5. Now, for the next part, they want you to take and write the coordinates of the new A, B, C, D, E. Now, you have a choice. You could just come to the graph since you already graphed it and write them down. Make sense? So everybody look at the new A. Where is it at on the x-axis? -1. Where is it at on the y-axis? -3. Now, pretend you had not graphed it. Are y'all with me? Pretend we never graphed this shape. Could I find the coordinates just by applying this rule?
Yeah.
So let's pretend we didn't graph it, okay? You take your old A and you say, what were the coordinates of the x value of this A? Everybody look at this A. Where am I at on the x-axis? -5. So look, I would do -5. What does the rule say to do to the x? Add 4. Now, take the y value of this A. Where am I at on the y-axis? I can't hear y'all. 2. What does it say to do to the y value? -5. And basically, we should get these numbers from that. So if I do -5 plus 4, is that the new x value? Yeah. Now look, 2 minus 5. Is that the new y value? Yes. Which way do y'all like to do it better? I personally like to graph it and then just write the coordinates down. But on the STAR test, if they don't give you a graph, could you apply the rule? That's the question. So let's just practice applying the rule 2 more times, okay? If you want, go ahead and write the new value of B down. So go find your new B. Where are you at on the x-axis? 1. Where are you at on the y-axis? So 1, -1. Let's pretend we didn't know that and we didn't graph it. So let's go to B, the old B. Where am I at on the x-axis? -3. So everybody do this. -3. What does the rule say to do to the x? +4. Okay, go to the B. Where am I at on the y-axis? 4. What does the rule say to do? -5. So you would say, is -3 plus 4 1? Yes. Is 4 minus 5 -1? Yes. All right, write the new value of C down. You can just use your picture. Y'all are about to do this on your assignment on your own, so you have to be able to write the coordinates. So everybody find the new C. Where are you at on the x-axis? 3. Where are you at on the y-axis? -2. All right, I'm going to pass out the assignment. I'll show you exactly what it's wanting you to do, and then you can get started. All right, on the front of the paper, you have 2 jobs. The first job, you have to draw the new picture. So this is the original. What does it want you to do? 5 right and 1 up. So you have to take every single point. So point T, I'm going to go 5 right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold my pencil and go 1 up. When I put my new point, you must label it is the new T. So you have to put T with the prime. Some of us are just staring into space and not paying attention. All right, for the G, I'm going to go 5 right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up 1. And I'm going to put, it is the new G. Same thing with B. 5 right, 1 up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 up. I'm going to label it's the new B, and then I'm going to connect the dots. Okay, that's one thing I'm going to be looking at to grade. And then you are going to write the coordinates of the new points. Everybody remember, this one doesn't have the numbers on it. This is 0, 0, yes? So you just count. Here's your x values, and then so G is on the x-axis where? 2. Did I go up any? No, so it's just 2, 0. So that's what you're going to do on the front. Then when you get to the back, you're just writing a rule. So you're going to have to count. So everybody flip to the back real quick to number 7. All right, everybody look at number 7. Which one's the new shape and which one's the old? So this is new. This is old. I have to count. What did they do to get from the old Z to the new Z? So everybody count. From here to here, where did they go? To what? To right. So I'm going to write to right. Where else did they go? 1 down. And then I'm going to write an algebraic rule from this. So your answer should look like this. Yes, and then you fill that in right there. So your final answer should look something like that. That's not the answer. That's from my notes. Does everybody understand what they need to do? All right. Get busy. When you finish, you'll come get it checked with my answer key, and then you'll turn it into the box, and then you will get on IXL, so you can get a computer if you finish.